Have you ever wondered why some people always succeed while others remain trapped in an endless cycle of failure? The secret isn't luck, it's control. And that control starts with silence. The smartest people don't reveal everything they know. They understand that not everyone deserves to hear about their dreams, their plans, or their lives. And here's why. Don't miss this. These lessons inspired by Keanu Reeves could completely change the way you see the world. Hit like, share, and follow now so you never miss another powerful insight. Privacy isn't just a right. It's a weapon that protects success and peace of mind. In a world where information spreads faster than light, mastering what you choose to share becomes an art. Not everything needs to be exposed to the public eye, and sometimes discretion is the key to safeguarding the achievements you've worked so hard for. Look at the most successful people in the world, from top-tier entrepreneurs and legendary artists to brilliant strategists. Their common trait isn't just talent. It's their ability to control personal information. Bill Gates once said, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice." And the best way to do that? Knowing what to keep to yourself. Here are 5 things you should never share too openly if you want to protect yourself from unnecessary risks and stay on the path to success. The first rule: keep the secret of how you achieve success. Silence is the most powerful weapon of the wise. It's not just advice, it's a guiding principle for anyone who wants to conquer success. In this life, sometimes you don't need to show everything you know, because secrecy itself is a form of power. Think about Steve Jobs, the genius behind the Apple empire. He never revealed his full strategy until his products were ready to take the world by storm. That secrecy didn't just protect his ideas, it created an atmosphere of anticipation, making the world eagerly await every move Apple made. If he had disclosed every plan from the beginning, would those remarkable innovations have held the same allure? It's not just in business. Science demands a similar level of confidentiality. Great researchers like Nikola Tesla and Marie Curie understood that an invention capable of changing humanity could also be stolen or exploited if not properly protected. They chose to keep their work under wraps, only revealing it when the moment was right. That's why their contributions have left a lasting, meaningful impact. And life itself mirrors this principle. When you share too much about your journey, you not only face doubt, but also bear the weight of unnecessary criticism and envy. We witnessed countless individuals, eager to flaunt their achievements, lose their motivation and be dragged down by negative remarks. That's when we learn the power of silence, to let the results speak for themselves. Let your success be the loudest answer. The world doesn't need to know how you did it, as long as they see that you did. Rule number 2, don't share too much about your personal life. A lot of stories where a single moment of sharing turned everything into a chaotic mess, not just for the person involved, but for everyone around them. There are some things, whether we want to or not, that we simply cannot share with everyone. Some personal struggles, especially those we face in life, should remain private, kept only for ourselves or for those who truly deserve to know. It's like when you're in the midst of a storm. You may feel the urge to tell everyone around you what you're going through. But here's the truth. The more you share, the more you start feeling tangled in a web of complications. Stories that were meant to be small exchanges in search of empathy can easily turn into gossip. What began as a personal struggle could be exaggerated, filled with untrue connections, and instead of finding understanding, all you'll feel is an increase in pressure. Look at characters from famous stories, like in the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. We see Chris Gardner fighting not only against adversity, but also dealing with personal struggles. When he was almost at his lowest point, he didn't broadcast his pain to the world. He kept his thoughts to himself, sharing them only with those who truly understood him. He didn't let meaningless gossip or untimely concerns cloud his goal. He knew that only the people who genuinely cared would be able to listen and offer sincere advice. When you think about tough times in your own life, you'll realize that sharing too much doesn't always bring relief. In fact, the more you open up, the more pressure you may feel, because sometimes the people you talk to can't fully understand your story, or they simply aren't capable of offering the help you need. That's why keeping some thoughts and worries to yourself and seeking guidance from experts or truly trustworthy friends is often the wiser choice. In any situation, remember, not everyone deserves to hear your story. Sometimes, silence and choosing the right people to share with can help you maintain your peace of mind and find solutions to the challenges you're facing. Rule number 3, keep your dreams and goals to yourself. Life can sometimes feel like a long journey, where the next step becomes clear only when you've moved far enough to see the destination. And along the way, there are certain dreams, grand, personal dreams, that should remain locked in your heart, not to be shared too eagerly with anyone. The reason is simple. When you reveal your dreams too early, you open yourself up to ridicule, negativity, or even doubt from those who don't truly understand you. These reactions can easily dampen your enthusiasm and motivation, making your dream feel more fragile than ever. An interesting study once revealed that people who keep their goals close to their chest, not rushing to share them, tend to achieve their goals at a much higher rate than those who openly share everything. This is not by chance. When you keep your plans private, you're not distracted by unnecessary advice or unreasonable opposition. Every decision, every step is made with maximum focus on the goal, undisturbed by external opinions. Think of great creators like J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series. Before the first book was published, she kept the work a secret from everyone except a few close friends, even though at the time, no one believed the book would become a publishing phenomenon. It was precisely that secrecy that allowed her to stay focused and persistent, undeterred by doubt or criticism from others. Sometimes, keeping your dreams to yourself is the best way to protect them. The well-meaning encouragement and laughter of others can easily make you second-guess yourself. But if you have the patience, the determination, when you finally achieve your goal, all the doubts will fall silent, and the world will have to tip its hat to your success. Rule number 4, never disclose your personal income. Life often forces us into situations where we must choose between showcasing our success or preserving our peace and safety. One of the key lessons we all learn from real-world experiences is the importance of keeping your income private. No matter the circumstances, sharing too much about your money and personal assets not only increases the risk of being judged, but can also invite negative emotions from those around you. You may have heard stories of people who've been scrutinized when their income became the topic of discussion. When you publicly disclose your income, whether intentionally or not, you create a noticeable divide between yourself and others. The perception from those around you can become complicated. Those who earn less than you may feel envy, while those with higher incomes may view you as a competitor, or worse, a comparison target. And from there, instead of earning respect, you end up facing unfriendly states. Then there are people like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. Individuals everyone knows are billionaires, yet they never flaunt their wealth. They understand that boasting about wealth not only undermines humility, but also creates unnecessary risks of intrusion into their personal lives. With great wealth comes great risk, from jealousy to potential threats to financial and personal safety. Keeping their assets and income private is their way of protecting themselves and avoiding unwanted attention. In fact, many people who work diligently, yet never disclose their income. They understand that respect and stability don't come from bragging about how much money you make, but from sustainable achievements built on genuine effort and contribution. What others see is their humility and a steady, simple way of life. So, always remember, money is just a tool, not the goal. Keeping your income private not only helps you avoid comparison and envy, but also protects the most important things in life: your peace and personal safety. Rule number 5, keep family matters private. Family is a fortress, a place where, no matter how violent the storms may rage outside, you can always find shelter and peace. But that fortress only remains strong when those inside know how to protect it, ensuring that toxic winds from the outside don't seep in. That's why you firmly believe that family issues, whether big or small, should be kept within the walls of your home, not become fodder for outside gossip. Here's a truth that everyone must accept: no family is perfect. Disagreements, arguments, and sometimes misunderstandings, all of these are natural parts of shared life. But how we handle those cracks is what matters. If you're quick to share your family conflict with outsiders, not only do you risk losing your family's privacy, but you could also escalate matters unnecessarily. Outsiders, no matter how well-intentioned, cannot fully understand your story. Their advice often only complicates things, like a small flame being fanned into a wildfire by thoughtless winds. The story of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, individuals who stood at the center of a public storm because they shared too much about the discord within the British royal family. While they had their reasons, bringing their family issues into the public, I didn't help them solve anything. It only made matters worse, turning their personal struggles into a spectacle for the media and public to dissect. When a family gets pulled into the whirlwind of public opinion, the hurt intensifies and the divide deepens. That's why you should always believe that when something happens within the family, the best thing to do is to sit down together, listen, and find a way to resolve it. Don't let people who don't truly understand your story have the power to judge or influence your family's relationships. Because in the end, after everything, family is still the one place you can return to, not to endure judgment, but to find love and forgiveness. Some values in life don't need to be flaunted, nor do they need public praise to be meaningful. Privacy is one of those values. Like a solid wall of protection, secrecy helps shield us from the negative effects of the outside world, keeping our spirits intact, safeguarding our dignity, and laying the foundation for long-term success. After all, not everyone wishes the best for you, and not everyone has the capacity to view your story with fairness. Albert Einstein, the genius of humanity, was not only famous for his groundbreaking scientific work, but also for his deep understanding of how people operate within society. He once said, "The most important things cannot be seen with the eyes, but must be felt with the heart." This rings true for how we protect the precious things in our lives. Success doesn't need to be loudly proclaimed to be valuable. Dreams, goals, finances, and personal lives, when kept protected, these things allow us to live peacefully and stay focused on our own journey, instead of getting distracted by the judgments of others. In a world that constantly craves recognition and is quick to judge, knowing how to keep the important things to yourself is an art. Only when we learn to filter what should be shared and what should remain private can we walk confidently, unaffected by curious stares and meaningless gossip. And when we finally reach our destination, we'll realize that success isn't just about what we've achieved, but about the peace within us, a peace that not everyone can possess. Success is not just about what you achieve, but also about what you choose to keep to yourself. In a world full of noise, sometimes silence is the most powerful weapon to help you focus on your own journey. If today's story made you reflect, take a moment to think. What have you shared that should have remained private? And more importantly, how will you change that moving forward? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, because who knows, your story might inspire someone out there. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We're always here to explore profound philosophies and life-changing lessons with you. If you have any topics you'd like us to dive into, don't hesitate to share. Don't forget to like to spread the value, Share if you think someone needs to hear this message, and subscribe so you won't miss out on future content. The journey of self-development is just beginning. Let's go further together.